But I think we just have to keep on talking so that we can have some time and just hear ourselves to see if it's clear. I look so pretty. I really like my pink glasses.
Looks really, really nice. I like my little buns.
Look at me, look at me, look at me. Hey everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Giggles and Real Talk. I'm Sis. We're genuinely excited to be here and finally expanding this little dream of ours.
And I'm Kimi. We're so excited to finally be here, sharing stories, laughs, and plenty of real talk with all of you.
This is the podcast where we mix funny moments, honest conversations, and a little bit of inspiration. And honestly, I'm just really excited to finally have a space where we can be ourselves.
And today, we're kicking things off by telling you a bit about who we are. And yes, we've definitely got some interesting and embarrassing stories coming. Just so you know a little more about us, we're basically two voices, one vibe. You know, we're half serious, half silly. Actually, no, let's be honest. More like 90% silly and 10% serious.
Yeah, the serious part only comes out when a family member is stressed or is some life or death situation. Do you agree?
Maybe. Yeah.
Otherwise, seriousness, never heard of her.
As we're staying anonymous, imagine two 30-something-year-olds, yeah, we're 30-year-olds girls, who sometimes act like teenagers or maybe even younger. But honestly, we're just trying to have fun every day. Life is not always smooth, but laughter helps us survive it.
So Kimi, for the people listening, let's start simple. Who are we?
Well, we're sisters, obviously, and we've been laughing together forever. Think of us as professional gigglers in training. But beyond all the fun, we're just two women trying to figure out life and sharing whatever lessons come our way, usually in the most chaotic and hilarious way possible.
Did you just say woman? We're not women, we're girls.
Oh, yeah, girls. Sorry about that. I didn't know that I said woman. All right, fun fact. I'll go first. My fun fact is that I'm obsessed with arts and crafts. I've been painting and making things since I was a kid. It's honestly so therapeutic for me. I also love video making, and recently I've been making resin posters. Basically anything creative, I'm there. But the biggest fun fact, my obsession is with matcha. I'm the girl for matcha all the time. I love it. Just like half the world is right now, I know, but listen, nobody loves matcha as much as I do. Like, really, it's my personality at this point.
Yeah, we should just paint you green.
Yeah, actually, no, I just need matcha every day. I'm happy.
Just about every day, I think you need matcha
every single day.
So I'm definitely not as creative as Kimi. But one thing about me is that I love reading, especially anecdotes and autobiographies. Two of my absolute favorites are Tyson Fury and Viola Davis. Honestly, we could do an entire episode just breaking those down. I just found them really inspirational. I think Viola Davis's autobiography, I read it in 2 days. I just couldn't put it down. You know, she's one of my favorite actresses. I absolutely love her.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she is. And if Kimi's favorite drink is matcha, then the one thing that always makes me feel better is a classic cup of tea with biscuits, specifically hobnobs and lotus biscoffs. If you know, you know. I can live on them literally forever. Like, if I could have tea and biscuits for breakfast, lunch and dinner and not worry about like putting on weight or having a sugar crash or anything like that, I would just literally just live on them. I love tea and biscuits.
They are really good though. I could live on those every day as well. Just so you know, I know you said at the beginning that you're not creative. You are creative. You are. Trust me. She's the older one. I learn everything from her. Like, that's how.
Okay, I think you're being a little bit too modest now. Like, your talent. Oh, guys, you see it. You know, in like future episodes. You know, just I'm basically.
All right, we'll see. I'll show you.
Okay, next segment. So we want to tell you a little bit about the purpose of this podcast. So we started this podcast because we want to create a space where we can share our experiences, learn from others, and have the kinds of conversations we wish more people were having.
This podcast is all about real talk, good vibes, and pure sister energy. Every episode we explore things that make life fun, frustrating, meaningful, and honestly hilarious.
Yeah, we're two sisters, best friends, and professional gigglers, as Kimi said earlier. We love talking, laughing, and oversharing everything about each other. So we wanted to create a podcast that feels like a little community, you know, a place where you can join us, unwind, and just laugh right along with us.
So each week, we'll dive into everything from my love of tea and biscuits to my matcha obsession to everyday wins and fails. We'll talk about life lessons, fashion, motivation, passions, goals, dreams, friendships, drama, and of course, all the real talk.
But more than anything, I think this podcast is here so you can take a break from whatever is going on in your world. You know, leave your worries at the door and just laugh with us, at us. We're not picky.
So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and listen to us rant, reflect, and probably expose ourselves more than we should.
So thanks for joining us on our very first episode. Thanks for tuning in, and let's just jump right in.
Yeah. All right, now for the first official Giggles and Real Talk moment. Let's start with an embarrassing story from growing up together. Who goes first?
I'm the eldest. I'll take the hit first.
Yeah, you do that, please.
Oh no. Okay. Fine. So year 8, my nightmare. School presentations. I was petrified. I didn't want to go to school, hoping the school would close, disappear. I don't know. I just hated it. I didn't like presentations. I don't like being center of attention. I don't like when the room just goes completely quiet and it's like everyone can just hear everything. It just makes me so uncomfortable. And I was in year 8. I don't know how old I was, 12, 13. It can be very intimidating.
You're a kid.
Exactly. But yeah, like right now, my brain is officially just replaying all the embarrassing moments, the sweet, sweet trauma of public speaking in front of classmates. So there I am, standing in front of the class, my hands rattling, literally with every heartbeat. My notes are falling everywhere. My face, if I could show you, like literally tomorrow red.
Oh my god.
And I open my mouth to speak and all that comes out is a squeak. And that side of A4 in my hand was suddenly double in size. I think it possibly been tripled, and I'm convinced it's longer than the Greater Wall of China.
Oh my
and
God.
It was actively working against me. And then I stumbled through the presentation. Words were just crashing into each other. I don't think I was even making any sense. I don't think I was even speaking English or any language, to be honest. And while the class watches in silence, right, and then I can hear a little bit of laughter, and that's just brilliant, right? I'm not giving a presentation, I'm just providing free entertainment.
Oh my god.
All I know is that everyone is staring at me, and the fact that I'll be seeing these people, like the same people every day for the next 4 years, like absolutely, I don't know what was going through my mind. But finally it ends, and I literally speed walk back to my seat. It's like I'm doing a marathon. I just want to put my head inside the ground, and I just don't want to be seen. And I'm already like planning for my future. From that day on, whenever the teacher said presentation, I didn't just sweat. I think I just wanted to consider faking my own amnesia, or legally changing my name, or maybe just moving to a different planet.
I feel so bad. That's so bad.
Yeah, and to the people who actually enjoy public speaking, I just want to say you're not human. You're superhuman. Like the confidence that you have, the fact that you can stand up in front of people and you can just talk and sound, professional and just feel confident. Like I don't think I can ever do that. But yeah, that's one of my embarrassing moments that I had. And yeah, back then it seemed a lot more frightening. Obviously now, I do presentations and all of that. It's not that bad, but I still can't get on a stage with like hundreds of people. I think if there's a few people, I'm okay. But when there's like a large crowd looking at me, it's just one of the scariest things in the world. But
Dang.
but I think a lot of people would be able to relate to that. Well, kids can be honest and cruel.
School kids are even more mean than they need to be. They're like actual bullies.
Yeah.
It's so mean. But hats off to you to do it though, in front of all these people.
Oh, that wasn't just one presentation, because as everyone knows, like secondary school is 5 years, and I'm sure I did 2 per year. And literally, like when the teacher said presentation and it was due like at the end of the month, and there was still like 3 weeks left, I'm still like I'm in so much dread. Literally every single day I'm just like, oh my god, it's just one day closer, and I'm just hoping that it gets cancelled, or even I get sick or something and I don't have to go in. It was just like the worst thing ever. And it's like I just I would feel like my throat is closing and I can't get the words out, and my mind is just like overthinking everything. My heart is proper racing. Yeah,
No one should go through that.
Traumatizing.
It's like proper anxiety ridden.
But yeah, let's move over to your embarrassing story, because I feel like I've said
Do I
mine,
need to? I
and
don't
you
wanna
know,
go
I need
through
to
mine
feel
now.
that I'm not the only one. So yeah, over to you.
Okay. Let me tell you about the time. So I was at work in a food store, right? And I'm walking towards the kitchen doorway. You know those narrow, slim ones where you always end up bumping into someone, like those very thin ones, which I always have. I'm small, but I always do, always bump into someone. Just as I step in, a colleague walks out. They got that dedicated face, busy face, work face on. You know that face that you just focus on something. And they're like racing a deadline to bake the pastries, right? And I'm in a good mood, so I smile and go like, "Hey, how's it going?" And they just walk past me, like no reaction, no eye contact, nothing. They might as well just been a ghost, and I freeze like, okay, that was a little embarrassing. So to save myself, and this was a bad idea, I go like, oh, not you. I was talking to someone else.
So somebody was coming out,
Yeah.
and you said hey, and because they were so focused, they just carried on walking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was
okay.
so embarrassing.
Okay.
And the kitchen is empty. Like no one's in it. Just croissants on trays. Smells amazing, by the way. And silence, like dead silence.
Okay.
Oh my god, it was so embarrassing. I still remember it to this day. The colleague finally turns around and goes like, "Oh, sorry, were you like talking to me?" And at this point, I'm like, "Well, duh, like who else gonna be?" Anyway, and I'm like, "Well, I can't escape now," so I just nod and say, "Yes, I was. Can we just pretend that didn't happen?" They laugh, and I'm wishing to disappear into the freezer or something. And then I notice another colleague, a younger guy, across the room. I didn't even notice, like I didn't even see him there, and he just saw the entire thing. And yep, like he was like smiling, like, "Yep, I saw all of that." I swear, I almost like choked. It couldn't get worse, like actual trauma.
You're saying hi to somebody, but they're not paying attention, or you know, they just like walk off, and you're trying to be like, "Oh, you know, I actually wasn't saying hello to you."
Yeah.
And you know, you try to like save yourself, I guess.
Yeah. It was just embarrassing because like I didn't know that he was just there.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I just looked back and he was just there. He's just quiet, and he's a guy that I know him, and he's never as quiet. And I'm like, he's all these.
He's just working. He's getting on with it.
He's just going on with it.
He's getting on with his day. His job.
He was doing his job, but yeah, he was smiling, like giving that smirk smile. It was so bad. I did not like it.
Well, you
it's
see.
a trauma.
Well, you see, this is why we need this podcast, for the therapy and the laughs.
Yeah. So exactly, I feel like it's not just for laughs. We want to get real too. So let's share one life lesson also, like we learned recently. What do you think?
Yep. One of the most important lessons I think I've learned is the value of distancing myself from things or people that no longer serve me. I think in the past I allowed situations and relationships to drain my own energy, and often without realizing how much they were taking from me. I think it can be difficult to recognize when it's time to step away, but protecting your peace, I think, is really essential. Learning to walk away, it's not easy. Trust me, it's not easy at all, but I think it's very necessary for your own well-being. But I also think that creating distance isn't about giving up or being cold. I think it's about choosing yourself. It's about making room for peace, for clarity and opportunities that align with who you're becoming.
I agree.
Letting go can be difficult, right? But I think staying in places that drain you is far harder in the long run. You know, you want to be in a place where you do feel at peace. You know, you want to do the things that you want to do. You want to be with the people that you want to be with, that bring value to your life. And I think that learning to step away, it has taught me that protecting my energy is not selfish, it's essential.
That's so true. I so agree.
And I think like over the years, you know, it has made me become a better person. It has actually taught me to create boundaries, let the people that I love, you know, into my space. And I think people who I just don't vibe with, or who may just like drain my energy, you know, I don't really want to be around them, and that's absolutely fine. Like I like my circle to be small. I wouldn't want it to be a big circle with a lot of people that I don't really see myself hanging out with. You know, I'd rather have like a small circle of friends and family that I know that I can trust, and they're going to be there for me, and they just have like really good energy. So I think
amazing, Sissy. That's really good.
Yeah, so I think that has been one of the important lessons. I think it has been a hard lesson for me. I think I had to go through a lot to sort of get to the place that I am in now, and have that confidence to say no. And set those boundaries, because it's not easy. You form bonds and relationships with people, and to break away from that, it's not easy. It can be quite emotionally taxing. But I'm really glad that I was able to recognize it and then take those steps, and just to get to where I am.
I feel like that's really inspirational, and it sets the path of what you want to do, not what everyone else wants you to do.
Exactly.
So I love that. And I've learned that also, not every embarrassing moment is the end of the world. I think I've come to grow into realizing that I make fun of myself all the time now. I think when I was younger, I would not make much fun of myself. I would be almost like traumatized, like, this thing happened to me, and then I would like play it on my mind over and over again. But now it's like, I feel like it's not the end of the world. Like, sometimes it's just unfortunate circumstances, you know, one of those things that happens.
Exactly.
And you have to just laugh, be kinder to yourself, and remember that everyone has cringe moments, like everyone does, and they just do not define you.
I think when I was younger, I didn't know better, right? So I would feel more embarrassed. And I think now it's just like, I actually don't mind them, because they just make me like giggle. You look back and then you just laugh. So I think, exactly what you said. Not every embarrassing moment is the end of the world, and sometimes you just need those moments just to uplift you in the day. You could be having a crap day, maybe your day's not going the way that you want it to go, and then maybe you've had a cringe moment, maybe it's an embarrassing moment. But I think if you look at the positives of it, it's like you can make your life more comical, you can make it more full of humor and laughs, rather than being serious. And we're not serious.
And I think also, because as I grew up, I only think that I was the only one doing embarrassing things. So when I was seeing other people doing it too, and I was like, okay, I'm not alone, and we can laugh at each other's jokes, and it's okay, it's fine, long as it doesn't hurt anyone's feelings.
You see, we promised our listeners a bit of everything, right? Giggles, real talk, and maybe even a little motivation.
All right, let's do a quick rapid fire round so you guys can really get to know us.
So, are you a morning person or are you a night owl?
I feel like I'm a morning person. I feel like nowadays I wake up quite early. It's like my body is like wakes up early all the time because I go to work. My shift always starts around 7 a.m. But before, when I was not working, there was a time that I was not working, I was a night owl. I had the whole night to myself. I feel like I was like the only person that exists. No one else exists. But now I think I'm definitely a morning person.
Okay. I'll say I'm a morning person. I love mornings because I wake up really early to pray. So I'm up like 5 o'clock. Well, it depends on the season and when I have to wake up. But yeah, I think my body clock has just adjusted. I think when I was a lot younger, when I was in college or uni, I could do both. I could be a morning person or a night owl. You know, it depended if I had to go to uni, if I had to go to work. But I think like as I get older, I really cherish like my mornings. You know, when you wake up and you feel like the world hasn't quite woken up yet, and you wake up, and summer mornings are actually really nice in the UK. Like, you know, you can go out for a walk and see like sunrise, and you know, it just feels.
Get some matcha,
get some coffee, get a croissant, go for a walk. But yeah, definitely that. But yeah.
All right, number 2, another one. Are you coffee, tea, or neither?
I think I have like my seasons. I'm really having a lot more tea now. I do have coffee sometimes, but that's just like decaffeinated. It's just for the flavor, really. I'm not really into coffee, but yeah, I do. I mean, I've said this earlier, right? Tea and biscuits, you can't beat that.
The thing is, I go through my days, even though I love my matcha, of course I do, I love it, but I like to have my matcha sometimes in the evening, or when I'm going out during midday, and I like to wake up with a coffee. That's like how I start my day. I don't have caffeinated coffee because I feel like it gives me the jitters and I become like that. So I literally have my decaf coffee in the morning, and it's nice. I like it. Like my little bar, I have like an old biscuit bar I have, and then during midday when I'm walking outside, I like to make my matcha, or in the evening I make matcha again and read my book.
Nice. What is your biggest guilty pleasure?
One thing I started to realize, especially recently, I'm making all these resin coasters. Don't get me wrong, like just when you come over, sometimes you come like we want to watch a movie. I spend so much time doing my resin items that I'm not hanging out that much with you. Even though I love making my coasters, but I feel like I'm not spending that time with you as much.
Oh no, Kim, you shouldn't feel like that. I mean, I see you every single day, and I want you to do things that you love, and whether I'm there or not, you should just do, what you love, and then we can always spend time. But yeah, you should like not think that you have to feel guilty. And I love the things that you make. I steal them, take them from you because I think you're just so talented.
I don't think I'm talented. I just like making them.
Next question.
Okay.
So my biggest guilty pleasure. I love TV. I really enjoy just sitting on my sofa watching TV, and like if I could, I would just eat junk food like day and night. If I could do that for a living and get paid, and I think a lot of people would love to do that. Like I've been watching TV, I think ever since I came out of the womb.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Well, okay, let's go to another question. Go to comfort food.
I think wings. I love wings. I love barbecue wings. I love Cajun flavored wings. I just love wings. KFC wings. Yeah, literally again, could have that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So yeah. And you?
I love wings as well, but I think one thing with me is I love potatoes. All thing, everything, potatoes. Anyhow you do it, potatoes. I love potatoes. Any form of potatoes.
One word to describe each other, I will describe you as someone who is just like very giving. You're very, very generous. Like you never think twice about anything. If anybody asks you for anything, you're just like, oh, do you want it? You can have it. Oh, it's okay. That's the one thing that I noticed about you, that if you had like £10, you literally keep the one and then give the £9 away. That's how you are. I think you have a really, really big heart.
I feel, thank you. That's really, really sweet. I feel like I get a lot of that from you, by the way. I get inspired by how you are. She has one of the biggest heart, my sister. Literally, she's the most selfless person out there. She's very spontaneous, but seriously very fun, like really fun. She puts all these ideas out there, like let's go, like to play these activity type of games out there. Or holidays, go events. Like sometimes I get tired. I'm the younger one, but I get tired after I go to work. But she thinks about so many crazy, amazing ideas, and we go on random days, sometimes not even planned. We just go and we just have a blast. So yeah, if you want to have a fun time, she's the person. She plans everything and it goes always perfectly planned. Telling you, perfectly planned all the time.
Stop.
No, it's true.
Okay. Dream travel destination. I think it's the same for us. So
should we say it together?
3, 2, 1.
India.
Yeah, we want to go India. It's been on our list for the longest time. And hopefully, one day soon we can make a trip there.
Yeah.
Right. Favorite childhood memory together.
We always talk about this picture of us when we were young, where mom made us some Bengali snacks. That's where we're from.
What was that during Eid?
During Eid, yes. And I remember that I think either she or dad was taking a photo of us, and I was eating one of the snacks.
And you're not supposed to eat it. It would just be like, it was just there for display.
Yeah.
But then you were obviously hungry, and you just like put it in your mouth, and then that's when mom
I eat. When I want to eat, I want to eat. I don't want to take. I don't know anything about selfies then, or pictures, or social media, or anything like that. Obviously I'm a kid. I want to eat. So I remember that picture. That was like a fond memory of mine. But that's one of the few memories I feel like I remember.
Well, related to that is also Eid. I actually loved it. Well, maybe I didn't love it back then, but now that I look back at it, like mum would dress us in the exact same dresses for Eid. So every year we just look like twins. And yeah, I think that was really, really cute. I think obviously by the time we reached probably secondary school, we didn't do it anymore. But I think like growing up, we have like a lot of pictures of us where she would go out and, buy the exact same dresses, same jewelry, same shoes, and, just take pictures with camera, because obviously back then you didn't have you know, a
camera,
smartphone.
yes.
If you were a snack, what would you be?
Oh, don't take this the wrong way. I love donuts. I
You
love.
want to be a donut?
And I'm not a donut. I love
You don't
donuts.
want to be a donut.
Yeah, I like donuts.
If I were a snack, I think I would be. God, oh my God, there's so many. But recently we went to Chai and Chapati, and we had these amazing nachos. Oh my God, they had like guac on it, jalapenos
Really
and
nice
stuff.
nachos.
And yeah, I don't really eat it that often, but I think nachos would be my absolute favorite.
All right, what's your I can't live without this item?
Okay, right. One materialistic, one non-materialistic, right? One materialistic thing is I can't live without my phone. It broke, you know, a couple of weeks ago, and I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack, but then thankfully I got it fixed. And non-materialistic, obviously, my family, my mom, and my sister. I literally wouldn't be where I am without them. They've literally carried me. So yeah, I don't think I'll be able to function even a minute without them. You?
My one's weird. I know I would say phone, but I'm a person that I love my lipstick. That's a bit weird, I know, but I love my lipstick. Whenever I go out, I have to have my lipstick because I actually, with me, I like to have this color lipstick, a pink color lipstick all the time on me. I just have this thing. One thing I can't live without, or without the thing is also family. You're right. That's one thing as well. Health. Yeah.
You said lipstick, family, and you just squeezed in health in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So the last one is, what's the one thing that instantly makes you laugh?
I shouldn't say this, and this is so bad, but nowadays I'm watching all these funny videos about people slipping and falling.
Okay. Yeah. Those like funny YouTube videos.
Yeah, those shorts. I don't need to see them, but they come up on my phone as shorts. They really make me laugh.
They're funny actually.
They make me laugh.
Funny. Yeah. Yeah.
I laugh on my own fall, by the way, as well. Like, if I'm tripping, I'm like, oh.
Well, I don't think it's bad. I mean, you're just watching it on YouTube. I think the one thing that instantly makes me laugh is Mum.
Yeah.
I think more than what she's saying, I find her laugh funny because the way she laughs is very like loud, and she's like, it's gonna sound wrong, but like bending over and like cackling and stuff like that. And I'm like, I can't remember what she says, and maybe I find it a little bit funny. But you know, like, it's one of those things where someone cracks a joke and then their laugh is funnier than the joke.
Yeah.
So you're laughing at their laugh.
Yeah.
And it's just, I find her hilarious. And she has no filter. She just says it as it is.
Oh my
and
God.
Sometimes you just like, did you just say that? And it's just like, it's just, yeah, you can laugh with her, at her. And I think we get a lot of like our humor from her. Like, you know, the fact that we're not serious people. Like, our mom is not serious.
Like, she's an extrovert. I'm
Yeah,
telling
oh
you.
my God.
She
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Well, that's our rapid fire,
Yeah.
and I think this is definitely going to be a regular segment. I think we're just going to call it rapid fire realness, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, and we'll answer more questions in the future. And that's a wrap for our very first episode of Giggles and Real Talk. We hope you had as much fun listening as we had recording.
So before we wrap up, we have one tiny request. If we're out here exposing our embarrassing stories, you're not getting away that easily.
Exactly. So add your embarrassing story so we don't feel alone. Send us your funniest giggle moments, your cringe moments, the ones that still haunt you at 3 a.m. We want them all.
We read them on the future episodes. Because if we're laughing at ourselves, we're definitely laughing with you too.
And it's the best way to stay connected with us, right? Follow us, subscribe to our channel, message us, tag us, however you want, you know, just join the chaos.
Tell us what made you laugh today, what made you cringe, or even what topic you want us to talk about next.
And next week, we're going to be diving into everyday wins and fails. So make sure to also follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
So don't forget, if you like this episode, leave us a like or share with a friend. We love to hear from you.
And thanks for listening to Giggles and Real Talk. Catch you next week.
Peace. We got a few quotes to sprinkle a little motivation into your day.
Why is it funny?
I don't know.
Stop.
Yes, we're sisters, same blood, same chaos.
And if you listen to episode 1, you already know what you signed up for.
My win is like waking up early without snoozing my alarm about 10 times.